Gary, it's also transfer deadline day. Do you expect any business to be done in or out today?
Well, you have to expect it because a lot of stuff is done on the last day normally. Why people leave it that long is another thing. Obviously, the selling club sometimes at these teams, wait to see if they can get the best offer, and the buying club often, is desperate to get a player in, but and sometimes the buying club loses out because somebody else has gazumped them right at the end when somebody else who has got a bit of money. So we don't know at this moment in time. Of course, we've still got the loan window that stays open, and really, you could even take someone in on loan with a view to buy anyway after the window today, if you know what I mean. So it's similar to a transfer. So I think they call it a soft window and a hard window sort of thing. And so we're not panicking. I think that because we didn't score a goal on Saturday, everybody perceives that no one's ever going to score a goal for us. But I've got faith in the lads that are with us. Yes, it'd be nice to have one or two additions as soon as we can. But I've got faith that these boys will create and score goals.
You couldn't say a lot about Danny Rowe on Saturday. Is there still any possibility of that, or is that completely dead in the water?
Well, there's no different from my comments today than Saturday, because until something's done or not done, you got to be careful what you say and what goes out. I've seen all the interest from fake news that was put out there yesterday, was it? And basically that's what it was. At the end of the day, a manager can't talk about the details of any bits and pieces until it actually happens. So there's things out there that we're at this late stage talking to people about, and really that's all we're allowed to say. So, but we certainly haven't agreed a fee with anybody, a contract with anybody, or anything that came out yesterday, because for a start that would be illegal, and for another start, it's just something you can't talk about.
8 players.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Fair enough. We accept that. I've got to ask the question. You answered it. Fine. 8 players, obviously.
He might ask it again in a minute.
8 players, obviously, were new to the first team on Saturday, making their debuts. That gelling process. How long does that sort of thing take in your experience?
A week, I hope. There was a few that we didn't quite get our game going. I think that they probably about deserved the win. Having said that, obviously when you miss a penalty at a vital stage, when I thought we was on top at that time, we certainly finished very much on top the last half an hour or so. It's the boys have got those boys have got that haven't played in the league before. They'll realise that the league is a little bit more organised. It's a little bit quicker, it's a little bit stronger. But I know that they have to adjust to that. I've done that a million times with players that have ended up being very, very good players at the league they're now playing in. And I've just got faith in these group of lads that very quickly they'll get to the pace of it and the cleverness of it and start winning football matches.
And unusually for the first week of the season, you've had a full week's training. There's been no midweek game. How much has that helped?
Yeah, I think that's been good. We've certainly been able to get a lot of minutes on the training pitch, and between myself, Downsy, and Russ, we've put a lot of individual work into them as well as organisational work, and we created quite a few chances the other night. When you look back at our opportunities, we need to create more, and we need to keep the opposition down to less opportunities. But the defence near enough done their job, barring one goal that they got. We see it that it's a what they call it, something in progress. What is it?
Work in progress.
Well done, mate. It's a work in progress. That's exactly what it is. And but people don't want to hear that it's going to take time. People want to know that you can turn it around straight away. And over the next month or so, we've got to make sure that we pick up some results.
Tranmere, of course, newly promoted to the level. How much will the way that they fought back at Stevenage 2-0 down to draw 2-2 just keep their confidence going from last season, if you like?
Well, I'm sure. I mean, obviously your confidence is going to be a lot higher when it's almost like a win when you come back from 2-0 down, especially at Stevenage, because it's not an easy place to go and get a result. So they'll be buoyant, I would have thought. It's their first home game back in the league, so there'll be a big crowd there, be another big atmosphere. So another thing for our new lads to think about and to be aware of and to be able to deal with it. And it's all a learning process as well. So I'm looking forward to it because it's always a good atmosphere at Tranmere, and it's a nice stadium, lots of people, and it'd be good to see how we perform.
Injuries? How's the squad?
It's not too bad. It's pretty much as it was. Obviously, we've got the longer term ones of Long and Huzzy. So, we're more or less picking from the same team sheet.